All right, hello everyone, and now welcome. This is a okay. First of all, I gotta apologize. This is a random versus random game, Infi versus Th000. Both of them got human, so there's a red human and a blue human. Infi is the one here that is the bottom name. Th000 is the top name. Unfortunately, I don't see the names of the particular characters as I hover over them. So there's no way for me to really say this is Infi 1, Th000 1. If the colors are wrong, my apologies. I'm just going to assume Infi is blue and Th000 is red. I will call them red versus blue though, since it may be too difficult for me to try and come up and recall the name as the time comes. Now, this is an interesting match to already say. A random versus random already throws in a little bit of a curveball, because you don't know what race your opponent is until you've probably already chosen your hero. So you can't do any specifics. I am expecting either an Archmage or a Mountain King. There is an Archmage there. There is a Mountain King there. So there is already differences coming across. If I don't know. I don't want to look. I don't want to pause the game to try and realize who is who. Maybe the replay will say a particular player had the Mountain King first versus the Archmage first. Anyways, Mountain King first on a map like this is normally, or on a map like Echo Isle, very common. You're able to Stormbolt here. You're able to get in a lot of damage. Let's see what hero is chosen. Th000 normally picks the odd one. Alright, if Th000 normally does pick, well, Mountain King isn't really that odd, right? Archmage, Mountain King, I'm not surprised by either of these two heroes, as the footmen are now marching their way across the map. Archmage going to be leading the red army, Mountain King leading the blue army, and we will be going after the mercenary camp here. Both sides now realize, hey, it's human versus human, and the Forest Troll Shadow Priest will also have the added benefit of attempting to shut down water elementals. Meanwhile, Renegade Wizard off over here, taking a large bit of damage. Forest Troll Shadow Priest already out onto the battlefield as well. Renegade Wizard will get taken down. There it goes. Claws of Attack +9, going up against an Archmage. Archmage did end up getting a lightning shield, but had to pull back a little bit. Archmage also only used one water elemental in this fight as opposed to two, so it's still very high up on mana. It is going to be a crystal ball for the Archmage. Crystal balls, I hear, do go for a large sum of money. Probably not something you really need against another human player. And if Th000, oh, there's the reveal right there. If Th000 may try to go, actually blue, may try and go for a Blood Mage second. Blood Mage second would be your standard hero choice at this point, as you want that Mountain King to have plenty of mana. Mountain King gonna finish off this Null Poacher here. Meanwhile, Archmage pretty much doing the same thing. Gonna go back, read that Tome of Strength, and let's see, one lone footman right there is gonna go ahead and try to dive on in. Perhaps it's gonna be able to get an easy kill, as the low hit point peasant now trying to back away. No, militia being called again. This one low hit point footman, well, looking to back as more peasants are still being called back over. Stormbolt onto the footman. Footman could end up getting taken down. 1, 2, no, wow, no one got in front of that footman there. A little bit of a big mistake by the blue human player, not getting a surround. When you have that many units, when you have, what, 9 units, you should easily be able to surround after a Stormbolt to ensure that kill. Archmage now making its way over, using that crystal ball again, and now has a lot of map awareness. This is going to become very interesting. Are we also looking at militia making its way down here for an expansion? No, we're not. This is a tech to tier 2, obviously, and with that, if the Archmage puts in pressure, well, it puts in pressure, it is going to delay the economic advantage, and what in turn can happen is the use of priest and sorceresses. Archmage is sitting at level 3. That is a very well, that's a very powerful water elemental already, but his opponent and the blue does have 2 Forest Troll Shadow Priests. waiting to get an additional bit of lumber before trying to establish up the expansion here. In comes the fight. Let's take a look at that. Peon gonna get taken down. There it goes. Water Elemental gonna get finished off here very quickly. Well, trying to back away now. It does not want to give that experience. Archmage now in trouble. Gonna get surrounded. There is a Staff of Teleportation. Are we gonna see a Stormbolt? Yes, Stormbolt right there. Water Elemental trying to put pressure once more. Now Stormbolt on to that Forest Troll Berserker as that Mountain King is just doing so much damage. Water Elemental still across over here. Forest Troll, Shadow Priest, another Stormbolt onto another Footman again. And so many units have been taken down. Water Elemental getting abolished right there, as things are not looking good. And I got to admit, that Crystal Ball is actually getting a lot more mileage than I expect. I don't know what the cooldown is on that Crystal Ball, but it seems significantly faster than, well, pre-patch 1.31. So maybe that is something that was adjusted. Mountain King chasing after, gets a bash, a free bash onto a Footman. And with that, the follow-up Stormbolt is going to finish it off. No expansion over here, though, but the amount of advantage is starting to add up so much. Mountain King decides to break the chase, saying, you know what, I don't need that at all. Alchemist, the second hero being hired up from that mercenary camp. Very, very smart call there. You want to get your tech advantage online quickly since you know your opponent is still trying to expand. Adding in an additional hero from the tavern does that exactly, as we're now going to be looking at the Alchemist, well, trying to finish off a hand. Oh, Acid Bomb coming across. Peasants are just going to get taken down so fast. You can see that damage over time. There goes another peasant there, as the Alchemist, well, removing so much of that armor as well that they are taking bonus damage galore, as we see a Staff of Teleportation come across from the Archmage. There he is. Archmage so low on hit points. Potion of Healing drops a Water Elemental. Are we going to see an Acid Bomb across some of those other units, though, as we see an Acid Bomb now go down? All right, Archmage. Alchemist now in trouble. Alchemist pretty much walked himself into a tough spot. It is going to finish off one Footman, but that is not going to be a good exchange at all. Meanwhile, the Arcane Tower is there trying to protect that Forest Troll Berserker. Forest Troll Berserker still in a mad run to try and get away. Archmage, what is happening on the north side? Gonna try to put some pressure onto the Arcane Vault. Mountain King could launch another Stormbolt here, finish off another low hit point unit. Where is it? No, doesn't do the Stormbolt. Would have easily finished it off with one final shot. Meanwhile, there's another unit right there getting taken down again. Forest Troll Berserker, that's going to get finished off right there. There it goes. Gets taken out. Mountain King is it going to be able to get off another Lucky Bash? There goes a Lucky Bash. We're going to get a slow follow-up slow by the Mud Golem, and that Footman slowly running away from his death, but death is often inevitable. There you are. Not often. Death is inevitable. Unless the rapture happens first. Anyways, Mountain King making its way back across over here to the top left. Alchemist sitting at level 1, able to head back. Forest Troll Berserker, all of these units. Mountain King ready to come online. Clarity Potion, Healing Salve. Coming across here, Water Elemental gonna go ahead and join in on the fight. Perhaps chase after, disrupting that one ability there, as we do see the Tome of Retraining. It could be going into Clap, as we are still at Town Hall. All right. We are 8 minutes, 30 seconds into this game. We are still at Town Hall. But is the Archmage and the Alchemist going to be able to do enough? As you see the Mountain King, while getting slowed, Tome of Retraining right there. It is trying to get away. Will be able to do exactly... Well, nope, it looks like it's going to come back for more. Archmage is right there. Is a Stormbolt in the works. Stormbolt finishes off one of the Forest Troll Berserkers. Slow could get cast once more onto the Mountain King. Mountain King trying to get away. No, the Mountain King may be trying to go after some of the sorceresses, but still unable to catch up easily. All right, last Forest Troll Berserker there. Mountain King down to 598 hit points, but it will end up, able to head back all the way over. Archmage sitting at level 3. Mountain King, Acid Bomb, not as much armor, but still able to run the race pretty fast. There's a slow, and it looks as though that Mountain King is going to be able to teleport back and regroup with the rest of the army. Lone Mountain King down to 204 hit points, needs to heal up. Meanwhile, Archmage Archmage leading the army with Boots of Speed, leaving everyone else in the dust here. Sorceress is now trying to make their way over. Militia now making their way down, as there is already a caster army in position. But the dual arcane towers is going to make this home field advantage a bit too much for red to try and push. No mortar teams, no way to be able to hit freely from far away. Yeah, 90% sure that Th000 is blue. He's pretty well known from Merce Camp. Mud Golem is not that common pick for people. Yeah, and I would tend to agree with that as well. It does look like Th000 sitting on his, well, tier 1 for this long, getting the Mud Golem, really abusing the mercenary camp with the economic advantage, is, well, a standard gameplay style for Th000. Infi coming back around here. What is he going to do? Archmage sitting at level 3. Alchemist sitting at level 1. Picks up an extra tome. Oh, a little bit of extra slow right there. Let's take a look at this. No mortar teams. And this is the problem when you have a caster army against a human. Dual arcane towers pretty much stopping everything in its tracks. On top of that, Th000 can easily... Wow, big thunderclap right there. Massive damage across multiple units as Militia now join in on the fight. Militia coming in from the north as the Mountain King, well, trying to get a party around him to perhaps take down some units, as this is not going to bode well for the Alchemist. Alchemist now taken down once more. Mountain King sitting at level 5. And is that Mountain King? The Mountain King just wants to give you a clap. And, well, the Sorceresses want none of that. Mountain King now looking to pull back once again. Once more, Ogre Mauler getting into position. Sorceresses are right there. Stormbolt onto, well, last Sorceress there, gonna get finished off. A lot of slow across all of these units. It looks as though, and they are gonna see a little bit of disruption there. Arcane Tower is looking at how much feedback damage that does, and I think Arcane Tower damage was not adjusted for summons, so that actually could be a very big deal. The fact that it wasn't adjusted for summons means that it still deals damage even before the buff. All right, oh, a quick thunderclap right there. All of those peasants being forced to retreat. You're not going to get the economic gold advantage at all. Mountain King now chasing back off to the north, saying, you know what, all I have to do is get in front of you again and I will be able to, well, clap that all. There you go. 3 peasants already down. 4th one gonna get finished off. Meanwhile, back at the other side, Alchemist is once again back out onto the field as the entire, well, additional economy pretty much moved across here. How did the Mountain King teleport back that quickly? As the Mountain King now shows up again. All right, Mountain King trying to chase back off to the north. Is he going to be able to get another thunderclap? There is a big acid bomb across multiple units, but, well, it looks as though invisibility right there. Perfect save for the Alchemist, as the Alchemist now tries to perhaps head back away. Water Elemental once again dropped back down. Acid Bomb. Alchemist trying to hide off on the side. Mountain King may be able to get off another thunderclap here. Spellbreakers joining in on the fight there. Extra mana being added in once more as the Spellbreakers try to finish off some additional units. Alchemist now heading back away over here to the top left. Is he going to accidentally run in front of this army here, or is the Alchemist going to be able to perhaps get an acid bomb across multiple units? That would be key right now, trying to finish off some of those key units. There it goes. There goes another acid bomb. Footman should get taken down to 12 hit points. 9, 7, finally getting finished off there as the Alchemist gets to level 2. Blood Mage, second hero, going to try and sneak on into this fight here. Mountain King at level 5. Is he going to try to dive on through? That is the big question. Siphon mana into the Mountain King. Mountain King looking strong as the Blood Mage, well, gonna lose a lot of mana right there. Spellbreakers eating away much of that mana. An Acid Bomb reducing the armor as the Blood Mage already down to 330 some odd hit points trying to get away. All right, this caster army somehow able to stay alive. Mountain King in that front line, ready for the clap. There you go, clapping and pretty much slowing down that entire back portion right there. Spellbreakers, incredibly important, as it's able to remove much of the mana and is in fact immune to that magic damage. Mountain King sitting at level 5 here, ready to go. Blood Mage off to the side now. 14 minutes, 10 seconds into this battle, and still well, economy finally starting to get going. Nope, it is not. An Ogre Mauler hired up and is visiting the expansion right here. Going to cause some major problems. Mountain King could also teleport back over there as well. Alchemist is in that front spot. Spellbreakers in that front line, making sure to absorb a lot of that damage. They are getting healed up, and the Mountain King going to get into the spot. Gets a big thunderclap again. Healing spray to try and counteract. It does counteract once more as the Mountain King getting low on mana. Spellbreakers, the natural counter to the Mountain King and the Panda, common units that people try to get high level up against the human army. The Spellbreakers are just so strong in that front line, and the Mountain King is just completely ineffective against them. All right. Units back down across over here. Are they going to try and clear things up? Ogre Mauler and a Footman going up against a Spellbreaker. The Ogre Mauler should win out on this fight. Armor type battle does give him a huge advantage. Meanwhile, back across over here, another Thunderclap coming across. Mountain King is going to be bolstered by the Paladin. Paladin getting healed up again. Mountain King gets off another Thunderclap, another 8-9 units, all getting healed up once more as the Mountain King is going to be able to start getting healed up again. Paladin on the board with a little bit of mana, but not very much, as the Blood Mage still sitting at level 1, unable to siphon any mana. All right, let's take a look at this. Somehow, well, Mountain King could land back down. Ogre Mauler is right there. Mountain King, there's the Thunderclap. Quickly used before the Spellbreaker got the hit off. Peasants are getting taken down. Spellbreaker now needs to get away, as the Mountain King may just try and shut down this expansion again. Mountain King gets to level 6. Peasant's gonna get taken down. Meanwhile, Archmage says, you know what, maybe I can push while the Mountain King is away. Arcane Tower about to fall. Blood Mage is right there. No siphon mana away from any of those units. Scroll of Town Portal heading back, as well as the Mountain King. Where is it going to land? Is it going to land right there? Yes, it lands amongst all of the units. There's a heal, but without any mana, well, that is going to be a problem. It needs to go into, it needs to get into the Avatar form in order to be magic immune and, well, be able to deal so much damage to the backline without having to worry about slow. All right, guard tower in the back position here. Units all dancing back and forth. 55 supply compared to 59. Mountain King still in that front spot, has a potion of mana. Siphon mana is right there. Is it going to be able to get a holy light? That is the question. Oh, there's the Avatar. It stays alive just long enough. Avatar is right there. Paladin is going to get enough mana. It's trying to back away as the Avatar or the Mountain King going to be able to deal so much damage here. All right, siphon mana. There's the clap once more. Mountain King being able to deal so much damage, already up to 107 mana. Again, another Thunderclap could be in the works, trying to chase after all of those units. Paladin down to 30. Stormbolt onto the unit. Staff of Preservation saves, as the Archmage is going to be able to get away after turning invisible for just a second. Mountain King now out of mana after that clap there, being forced to retreat. Spellbreakers are still trying to chase. Knights joining in on the fight to try and perhaps turn the tide. Where is that Knight going? That Knight is running absolutely nowhere, not going to be able to get any damage, as this Knight perhaps going to try to get to the far side and allow the Mountain King to teleport to it again. Paladin getting resurrected, or not resurrected, getting healed back up from that Staff of Sanctuary. That Knight is down to 129 hit points. That Sorceress able to deal so much damage. 111, even with the bonus armor not being able to do all that much. Meanwhile, back across here, 60 compared to 60. Mountain King is going to try to get into position. Accidentally loses a lot of mana. Blood Mage is right there. Is going to be able to siphon mana into anything. That is the continuous question as the Spellbreaker tries to back up once more. Spellbreakers fighting in that front line. Blood Mage is right there. 90 mana. Holy Light sums in, and, well, is the Mountain King going to be able to do anything? There's the healing spray. Well, upside of clumping your units together, healing spray heals more units. Downside, Thunderclap hits more units, as we are still going into another battle here. Mountain King extremely low on hit points, down to 187, trying to head back again. Staff of Teleportation. Mountain King, where is it going to go? It heads over here to the Arcane Vault. Gonna go ahead. Scroll of Regeneration. Clarity Potion. Trying to get all healed back up. Blood Mage needs mana for himself as well. Thank you, Michael, for tuning into the stream. As, well, we see all the units are retreating back here again. Mountain King low on mana. Gets hit by a fireball from the Archmage. And that could be the beginning of the end. No more healing, as the Mountain King, Holy Light, trying to get into the right spot. Spellbreakers are all right there. Guard Tower, what's happening? Staff of Teleport, or it looks like there was some Staff of Sanctuary in order to get away. Mountain King still sitting at, what, 600 some odd hit points, still able to heal back up. Paladin is in the back, also being healed again, has a Staff of Sanctuary of his own, or no, has a Staff of Sanctuary now, as the Blood Mage, Siphon Mana getting all taken away. Priest low on, or now getting turned to invisible in order to live and fight another day. A Knight on the far side joins back in on the fight, trying to go after some of those Spellbreakers. More damage coming across. Mana, well, Siphon Mana once again being broken off again, as the Knights, well, needs that Sunder Blades in order to deal more damage to these, to all of these Spellbreakers, that medium armor unit. All right, trying to fight a little bit more. Militia joining in on the far side. Mountain King still right there. Mountain King does not have any more, doesn't have any more mana, as the Spellbreak or the Priest are gonna, well, excuse me, thank you for the subscription, Archmage, all right there. Archmage gets up to level 5. Mountain King sitting at level 6, still probably has another avatar since it's been so long, but mana has been the issue. Knights still continuing the chase, though. Paladin finally gets up to level 2. Devotion Aura might actually be in the works, as Devotion Aura would give extra armor, and, well, this has been a mana-intensive battle. Knights fighting their way through here. No animal war training whatsoever. Alchemist sitting at level 3. Spellbreakers trying to break their way around again. Forest Troll Berserkers going after those casters, as the Blood Mage comes back in to join in on the fight. Are we going to perhaps get some Siphon Mana? Yes, away from that Archmage. Archmage going to try and get away. Will be able to get away, but not before Blood Mage takes away a large portion of that mana. Now trying to get back. Spellbreakers are chasing after it. Once again, Alchemist getting into a little bit of trouble, as the Paladin sitting at level 2 may try and Staff of Sanctuary some unit. What is going on here? Mountain King gonna teleport away, and that Knight, is it gonna, no, not be saved? Paladin, obviously that Staff of Sanctuary was on cooldown. All right, a lone Knight right across over here, just finishing off multiple units. Mountain King Avatar ready to go back in and join in on the fight. Let's take a look. Where is that Avatar going to go? Siphon Mana away. Staff of Sanctuary saves a unit. Knight going to come across to join in on the fight. So many Spellbreakers, as the Mountain King gets up to 90 mana. All right, more Siphon Mana again. Blood or Paladin down to 79 hit points. Needs to get away. A big Thunderclap across multiple, almost all the army, except for those Spellbreakers. Mountain King still in that front line spot, but this is not looking good. Paladin, is it going to end up getting, is it going to be able to siphon mana into the Paladin to save? Down to 7 hit points, looks to try to get away, and it looks like the Paladin will be able to get away and live and fight another day, but the army, the Mountain King, without that Paladin is having a very difficult time. Mountain King trying to chase. There's a big Thunderclap again, trying to finish off some more units. And, well, the Spellbreakers, one did get taken down. Meanwhile, Paladin going to be rejoining in on the fight here in just a moment. Blood Mage is sitting at level 2, almost at level 3. Avatar down to 60 hit points, trying to slip away again. Paladin is still right there, and that is, well, no, not the game, as the Blood Mage falls at level 2. I believe this is the beginning of the end. Level 6 Mountain King unable to handle this. So many casters, so many Spellbreakers, and that additional pressure by that Alchemist early on, even with all of the harassment, lower score blue player comes away with the victory. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.